Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Villarreal. And in this game, Barcelona has lost 2-0. It was another ridiculous match, another very flat performance. I'm not even going to try within this video because, again, Barcelona did not try in this game. They did not look inspired for whatever reason. And so we're just going to be touching on a few things within this video. Welcome to the channel, everybody. If you guys are new here and you guys are Barcelona fans, welcome to this family. I hope you guys do enjoy this channel. I am going to be talking about Barcelona within this YouTube channel, obviously, because it's called Barca Media. And so welcome to the family, welcome to the new subscribers. I'm happy that this season is finally over. I've been wanting this season to be over for like the past 3 or 4 months, and so we're finally here, right? We have concluded this season with a loss at the Camp Nou. And so let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about this game, and we're going to go straight into the 5th minute where we did see Adama Traoré make a couple of runs, going past 3 players. I do think that one of the reasons on why Adama Traoré was really trying to impress within those first 4 or 5 minutes, it was because he wants to convince Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez gave Adama Traoré the opportunity to start within this game, and he wants to convince, right? He wants to continue at this club. Now, we're going to continue to talk about Adama Traoré and his performance through the rest of this video, because there were some cons, there were some pros that we do need to talk about. And then fast forward towards the 10th minute, we saw Jordi Alba making a couple of runs inside and way more inverted than how he used to be making runs outside and very wide next to the line. And that is because that is just the new role coming from Xavi Hernandez. Xavi Hernandez wants to give Jordi Alba a different role in terms of where he's going to run. So we basically do see Jordi Alba making a run just outside the box, going straight down, Ferran Torres going wide next to the line, and then being that extra man for Jordi Alba. If he wants to do a 1-2, Ferran Torres will be there. So I do believe that one of the solutions when it comes to Jordi Alba and him no longer having Lionel Messi, right, and him trying to make some sort of impact on the left wing would be for Jordi Alba to again go inside, be more inverted, make those runs, have someone like either Ansu Fati or Ferran Torres go down on that left flank, go out wide, and be that extra man, that supporting man for Jordi Alba if he wants to do a 1-2 and move up top. So again, this is basically Barcelona's game. We saw either that, where it was very congested, or we saw Adama Traoré receive the ball on the right flank. But here's the thing, right? Here's what made this game come into life within the first 45 minutes. And it was revolving around Ronald Araujo and Adama Traoré. Now, let me explain, right? Because within the first 25 minutes, it was only Araujo and Adama Traoré. When it comes to Araujo, every time he was in a 1v1 situation, he won 98% of the times. And yes, I am including the defensive duels, and every time he went up to attack, he was literally acting like a right winger at some points within the first 45 minutes. I'm like, Araujo should be a right winger for Barcelona. This guy is amazing. Not a single player can take this man down. And so he was winning those type of duels when he was going up top. He was even doing those what do you call when you put the legs over the ball, and kind of like a Ronaldinho thing, what he used to do on the left flank. That is basically what Ronald Araujo looked like on the right flank. And so it was very interesting. He moved Barcelona forward. I was very happy with the way Araujo was defending and also attacking. When it comes to Adama Traoré, he also moved Barcelona forward. Now again, I'm going to continue to talk about this player through this video because again, there was pros and cons, but within the first 45-25 minutes, he moved Barcelona forward. I do think that one of the reasons, like I've said before, on why he was really trying hard to create goal-scoring opportunities, it was because he knew that he was benched in the past 6 to 7 games. And I was even wondering, why was Adama Traoré getting benched within the past month and a half? His minutes greatly reduced. And now that we saw Adama Traoré start in this game, he probably saw this whole thing and said, okay, this is my chance. Let me bring what is required for Barcelona's right flank. Let me bring in the crosses, the assists, the goals, the amount of take-ons. And I get it, right? This is what's going to make Adama Traoré really push hard for that continuation with Barcelona, because Dembélé is probably the biggest reason on why Adama Traoré's minutes were greatly reduced. Dembélé is just simply world class, a level above. And you see, right, this is what I do mean by having healthy competition. The only reason why Adama Traoré felt that type of pressure in the first 25 minutes of this game is because he knew that someone like Dembélé was always on top of him, because he literally brought the assist, he literally brought the goals. And so Adama had to react, and we did see that. So for example, on the 34th minute, we saw Adama Traoré literally beat 2 man down physically on the field, and the fans at the Camp Nou, they were standing up applauding. They're like, wow, look at Adama, look at how he's taking down 1 to 2 to sometimes even 3 players, but only for like the end product to not lead towards any assist or like neither a goal. But notice, right, this is almost the exact same situation of how we saw Dembele in 2019. Like, he was doing take-ons, he was taking on about 1 to 2 players on the right flank. He was very entertaining. Many people were applauding Dembele for what he was doing, but the end product was for him to not receive an assist or a goal. But look at who Dembele is today. Look at how effective he is. Look at how much of a importance he is for Barcelona. The same thing could be said, and could again potentially be said, for Adama Traoré. He's in the exact same phase of what Dembele went through back in 2018, 2019, 2020. And so I think that what we need to give towards Adama is time. Right? We just need to give him time. It's only a matter of time. But the only reason why I do not even think Joan Laporta and Xavi Hernandez are going to give Adama Traoré time to really adjust and really become that player that many of us do want to see is because of the financial side of things, right? It is because of that specific reason on why we might not ever see Adama Traoré ever blossom at Barcelona. I do think that we have seen the last game of Adama wearing the Barcelona shirt. And again, because Barcelona do not want to pay the 30 to 35 million euros for this player. It just simply does not make any sense. Look at how they're looking for Rafinha, and they're willing to pay the 20 to 25 or maybe even 35 million euros on whatever Leeds do ask for, right? They're willing to do that, but when it comes to Adama, they're not, right? Maybe if he was worth 10 to 15, maybe they could have said, okay, yes, let's pay the 10 to 15 million euros for Adama Traoré and let's give him more continuity because he has the capacity to grow under Xavi. But again, Barcelona is not going to give Adama Traoré time. This is considered as his last game. I wish Adama Traoré made a stronger case throughout these past 5 months. Like, yes, he did okay. He did solid. Yes, he entertained me a lot. But like, there were moments where I saw Adama, right, and in this game where he was receiving on the right flank, but I'm like, okay, he's putting himself centrally, right? He's trying to go down into the center, trying to create, but he rarely uses his left foot. I'm like, bro, like use your left foot, like try to do something. So this is what I do mean by him being so one-dimensional, is that he's very limited within his game. And so he puts himself in the correct spaces. It's just that he does not have the technique, right? The left foot in order to create something truly special. And I think that this is why Barcelona are leaning towards the decision of, yeah, let's not pay the 30 to 35 million euros for Adama Traoré. And so later down this game, Villarreal were finding it very easy to go down the middle, mainly because Busquets had the incapacity to try and like block those runs coming from Villarreal. The type of game that Villarreal were playing, it's the type of game that we have been seeing throughout the whole course of this season. Like, they use their midfielders to make those bursting runs into the middle and into the final third. So I hope, right, and I'm really looking forward towards seeing Kessie very soon and wearing that Barcelona shirt next season, because he is going to be literally the aid towards a problem like this. And so fast forward, on the 41st minute, we saw Villarreal score the first goal. Adama Traoré clearly lost his mark on that right flank. Villarreal easily scored that goal, but I want us to pay attention towards one thing, right? I know that many of you guys are going to be saying this is all Adama's fault, like he's great at attack, but when it comes to defending, it is his fault. Well, let's look at this play again, right? And I'm going to show you guys 2 frames. This is the pass, right? We look at this play here, and you look at the number 9, right, of Villarreal. If Ronald Araujo just stepped up forward right next to Lenglet, this number 9 that we do see here, that's about to receive the ball that led towards the goal, he would have been offside. Where Araujo is standing right now, this is not where you're supposed to be at. It's very similar to what we saw with Semedo in that game against Bayern Munich, where he was clearly off his line. Ronald Araujo is not supposed to be there at all. He's supposed to have that step forward right next to Lenglet, because that would have never allowed Villarreal to see the number 9 that they had in order for them to create that goal. And so, like, does this make Araujo a bad center back? No, I'm not saying that he's a bad center back, that he's not ready. It's just that these are one of the things that he's going to have to tweak and get better at. Like, he's great at 1v1s, he's great at tracking back, but when it comes to the awareness on where he's supposed to be positioned at in phases like this, he needs to do a much better job at that, because we have seen Araujo get caught like this many times that allowed the opposition to find that man, even though in the first place he's supposed to be offside. And so these are the type of things that I do think Van Dijk is really good at. Like, I could show you guys an example. I wish I could show you guys, but I would get flagged. But there was a moment where I do believe it was the match between Chelsea and Liverpool where Van Dijk clearly saw Christian Pulisic like onside, but Van Dijk was like, okay, I'm gonna make Pulisic become offside, and he took that step forward like quickly. Like, he moved forward very quick and automatically made Pulisic offside. And then by the time Timo Werner made that pass towards Pulisic, Pulisic was already offside, and Chelsea lost the ball. They lost possession, and Liverpool had the ball. So it was a great movement, a great IQ coming from Van Dijk. This is what I do hope Ronald Araujo does gain through this summer and throughout the course of next season, is him improving his awareness on where he should be at. And so again, if you guys do want to find exactly what I am talking about, just search up that game between Liverpool and Chelsea. It was not in the Premier League. They were playing a certain game, I do believe, a certain tournament. That I do think that it was a final, but yeah. That's basically it, right? So let's go into the second half. And in the second half, we saw the exact same rhythm. There was no changes. Again, it's just, this is the type of games where I'm just like, okay, like if Barcelona is going to be playing like this, it's kind of like whatever. I'm not even going to get mad. Like, if you're not going to try, then whatever. If you feel comfortable being in second place and locking down that position and locking down the Champions League qualifications, that fine, do that, right? But the one thing that's going to happen in this summer is Xavi Hernandez saying, okay, I've seen many of you guys react a certain way throughout certain games. This is no longer tolerated within this Barcelona squad, and I'm going to be making changes. There's going to be players that are going to be either taking a step down, moving away from this club, and I'm going to be bringing in players from out there in Europe to come in here and replace you guys, because that is just how it should be run within this Barcelona squad. So we go into the 55th minute, and it took only about 5-10 minutes for Villarreal to find that second goal. Again, another ridiculous mistake, and this time it was the mistake coming from Adama Traoré. Like, in that first goal, it was between Araujo and Adama Traoré. This one, the second goal, it was only Adama Traoré. It was fully 100% his fault. And I'm not mad at him. It's just, don't you guys ever just know, like, this player here, like, of course, like, he's gonna do that. Like, he does not have the necessary IQ to be able to do certain things. Like, you're like, okay, I get it, right? Like, you're not at that level, and I don't think that you're ever gonna get there. So I wasn't mad at like Adama Traoré. It's just that it is what it is, and Barcelona need to recruit better. They need to have better plan Bs, better plan As, right? So one thing to never do when it comes to a mistake like this, because Adama Traoré literally crossed the ball across his own box, that led towards Barcelona conceding that second goal. And it sucks, right? Because you really have to feel for this player, because as soon as this did happen, when we saw Adama Traoré make that ridiculous mistake that led towards Barcelona conceding that second goal, Xavi Hernandez says, okay, I have had enough. Let's make some changes. And 2 minutes later, Adama Traoré left, and I know that he was extremely furious. He was mad. He was replaced by Dembélé. Aubameyang was also replaced by Ansu Fati, and so we saw a front three of Dembélé, Ansu Fati, and Ferran Torres. And then later in the game, again, Barcelona did not produce a single thing, not anything. We saw the fans chanting Kylian Mbappé for whatever reason. I have no idea why they're doing that, even though they're supposed to be supporting their Barcelona players. And so it was just a dead performance overall. I hope that next season it is a better season. I have full confidence that Jordi Cruyff, Mateo Lemán, and Xavi are going to get this team here. But look, this is going to be my conclusion. We have players in this squad that do have the required level to bring success to this club. It's already here. We have Ansu, we have Pedri, we have Gavi, we have Frankie, we have Serginho Dest, we have Araujo, we have many players, Dembélé, Ferran Torres. We have the players here already. But there's some things that do need to happen within this transfer window to tweak some things. Like, for example, Busquets cannot play 100% of the time. Gessi is going to be coming in. Someone like, let's say, for example, Araujo gets injured and Eric Garcia is the only option, and Gerard Piqué is just simply too old. He's not match fit. Christensen is going to be there. So we need to make certain changes within the summer, and I do think that is where we're going to go within these next few days. Many players are going to be leaving, like Mingueza, Riqui Puig, Martin Braithwaite, Luke de Jong, Adama Traoré in this coming week, right? It's Sunday, and within these next 7 to 8 days, many players are going to start to leave. And you know, the only thing that I do want to see in the summer is transfers getting completed. We need to lock down the signing of Christensen, Kessie, Rafinha, and many, many more, right? This is one of the things that Klopp did within his first like 1 to 2 transfer windows. He says, okay, I see some flaws within our defensive line. Let's strengthen this position by adding in Van Dijk. And that is what he did. He saw Liverpool have those lack of goals in the first season in charge. He's like, okay, let me bring Mane into the squad. Now it has greatly improved. Klopp is someone that I do think that we should inspire to look up to, because he did the exact transfers that bettered this Liverpool squad. And so I do think that Xavi is going to do almost the exact same thing. He's going to be saying, okay, I have already like 90% of the players that can bring me success. There's just certain areas within this squad that do need improvements. Let's bring Christensen. Let's go for Koulibaly or whoever it's going to be. And so I'm in a completely different space. I'm very much looking forward towards our brand new Barcelona, and I hope for the best when it comes to this squad. And so thank you guys so much for joining in today's video. Thank you guys for following me throughout the whole course of this difficult season. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I'm going to continue to make more videos throughout this whole summer. I think that in about 6 or 7 weeks, we start the season already. And the main reason why we're starting very early, it is because of the World Cup, right? So the season is going to be coming back very soon, much earlier than expected. And so I cannot wait. I cannot wait, my friends. So that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.